Okay, I just got back from my 1 week of vacation visiting my father in Southern California. And today, coming back, look at the sky, so gloomy. It's only in 58 degrees, so 50 degrees or so, right? 50 something? Yeah, I am in Zone 10A in Northern California, and that's how cold it is. Where did the summer go? Yes, I had to wear a sweatshirt here today, see, just to come out here to videotape this. Yep, so this is, what you're looking at is my Vietnamese white. While I was on vacation for a week, I asked my nephew, Anthony, to come help me pollinate these. So he pollinated actually 13 flower buds while I'm gone in just a week, right? That's a lot, so you need to keep that in mind. So while I'm showing you the Vietnamese white, if you look at here on July 26th, these are his notes. He's so cool putting down notes. See? So he said that, you know, my purple haze and Vietnamese white from pot number 5, he pollinated. And then he wetted my fig 1, but that's something. So this is in my pot 5. So he pollinated this Vietnamese white for me. As you can tell, it looks like he did a great job. I'm gonna get the zoom right in here. I don't know if I can, yeah, see? Yep, it is gonna become a fruit. So what he said is that he used my Vietnamese white pollen to cross-pollinate my purple haze. And here is the purple haze that he cross-pollinated with. That looks like it's gonna be a beauty, right? Yep, see, it worked. So he cross-pollinated Vietnamese white with purple haze, so that is growing. Just so you know, I cross-pollinated my purple haze, this one with Halley's Comet, just a day before that. And then check out this other purple haze right here. That one was cross-pollinated with American Beauty, and that's turning red. So it's actually a bit smaller than what I saw last year. It's still it's probably going to be 1.5 pounds or so. So once it starts turning red like that, it's probably not going to grow much bigger than that. Maybe a tad, I would think. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep track of that. So I'm gonna have 3 different kind of purple haze this year. So I mean, definitely, right? I got a cross-pollinated with Halley's Comet, and then I got one with the Vietnamese white. So I get to taste them all. So out of one plant, I can have different kind of fruits. Okay, now I'm at the Halley's Comet area. So this is Anthony's notes again. On July 27th, 2 Halley's Comet were pollinated with my Vietnamese white pollen from yesterday, the 26th. So these are the ones right here. There's one, and that's another one right there. So it's kind of early to tell if they made it or not, because I like to wait at least you know, maybe a week or so, maybe even more. I want to see this area get a little bigger first before I say it's a success. Sometimes they will still go yellow on me, even though it looks like it's gonna go he did a good job. But I'm not gonna pat him on the back yet until maybe end of the week or next week, when I know for sure. You know, don't want to give him false credit, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, this is my American Beauty. So on July 28th, he pollinated this American Beauty in my pot 9, and that's this guy right here. Looks like it's making it all right. So yeah, American Beauty is, I can tell this is gonna make it pretty good. It's getting big down here, so yes, it did well. Just so you know, in the 2 days I came back, I pollinated 4 flowers. So see, I just pollinated this one, American Beauty, last night. And then also the day before, I pollinated that American Beauty over there. So this is something to think about when you go on vacation. Who's gonna help you pollinate your flowers, right? See, in just a week, you know, Anthony pollinated 13 flowers for me. So you gotta think about it. In a week, 13, that's a dozen. That's a lot. For some people, that's could be, well, I have 9 plants out here, so it looks like I got a forest or something. But You know, that is a lot. You put a lot of money into it throughout the year. I mean, you put a fertilizer and all that kind of stuff, right? You made a lot of deposit. Are you willing to give up those 13 flowers, right? If he wasn't here, you know, I think all of these flowers probably would not have been pollinated, you know, like this, right? So this is something to think about. You know, you may not want to go on vacation in the summertime, right? So in a June, and then all the way July and August, you got to be around to do it, unless you got a little nephew like Anthony to help you pollinate. Because I had to put a lot of notes just so you know what I had to do. All right, so this is the cheat sheet that I have to give Anthony when I go on vacation. See, Anthony's dragon fruit pollination guide, right? In the evenings. So I list all my pots so he knows which one to look for. This is to help guide him so he doesn't come in here and at nighttime and just look up everywhere, right? And I specifically shade this green to let him know that, hey, you know, I have 2 Princess of the Night that looks like it's about to open in flowers. I don't know the exact date or when it's going to be, so he can check for it. And I also hang a little marker on it. And then in pot number 2, I have a, you know, purple haze. So, you know, and then I wrote a little note, may open on Friday. And it did, right? See? Because it looks like it did, but I wasn't here, so he pollinated that one with my Vietnamese white. And then, see, I pot 3, so I basically list some notes, and I even tell him, hey, save pollen for cross-pollination. See, save these, you know, because American Beauty is a self-fertile variety, and I can use it to pollinate other plants. See, so I list all these notes here. So so it's all together. I thought there was going to be 11, but then he told me that, hey, there's actually 13 bulbs that open. So I was just planning on 11, but he did me a solid and gave me 13. And then I got all these notes right here, right? See, like checking and watering, wet for a minute or something like that. So Friday, you got to wet my fig because fig takes a lot of water. And then see, purple haze likely to open. See, no need to save the pollen. I don't need the pollen to cross pollinate. See, asking someone to like come over to water for you, right? You know, asking them to save pollen for you, that's a lot of teaching to do. So, you know, I don't want to like make it so difficult that, you know, scare them next time, right? Because I'm planning to go on vacation again sometimes. And, you know, I don't want them to, do I need to save your pollen? How am I going to do it? Yeah, that's a lot of work. So if you're gonna ask someone to come in to help, luckily, you know, because he's my nephew, I ask him to stay in my house in the evenings after he get off work, you know, from his 9 to 5 job, whatever. So he comes to my house after he eats dinner with his family, then he comes over and just spend the night. That's the only way it will work. So I got all these dates listed for him. See, I even have some general notes for him. So if you're gonna ask somebody to, you know, take care of your dragon fruits, yeah, you gotta like at least help them out as much as you can. Give them some good notes, right? Like what to do. But you know, as you can see, I have like 11 pots here, so that's a lot. That's how you get like 13, you know, flower buds to pollinate. If you have like 20 of them, I don't know if anyone will do it for you, right? That's a huge favor. I mean, you might as well hire somebody. I keep mentioning figs, so I figure I'd just show you. So this is my yellow long neck variety. So, you know, see the leaves are all green and everything. So I know Anthony did a good job in watering them. And look at this. This is my Figo Preto. So these are big, right? They're kind of like supposed to be the Madeira type, you know, similar. I don't know if you guys care to, you know, whatever. So I'm just gonna do a real short. And here's my Neverella. So yeah, Anthony did a great job. The leaves are green and the fruits are still hanging. Okay, on July 29th and 30th, Anthony pollinated my Princess of the Night. So this year, all the Princess of the Night, then they kind of aborted. They didn't grow for some reason. I don't know if it's temperature or what. So it looks like this one also won't make it because it's starting to look a little pink right here. When it gets pink like that and not bulge big like the other dragon fruits, that tells me it's not going to make it. I know last year I used his own pollen to pollinate it, so I know this is a self-fertile variety. So it has nothing to do with the pollination of it. I think it's just weather. So just so you know what I'm gonna do, after this season, I bought the new Laverne right from Southern California, from Alec Showman. I need to figure out which plant I'm gonna take out, right? Because I'm not gonna add another pot into my jungle right here. So I had to decide what to remove, and I have decided to remove my Princess of the Night, because the fruit doesn't really taste that good. It's very bland. It is a nice thing to collect for fun, right? Because cut it open, it looks so different. It's got the flower looks weird and everything, right? And this year, I mean, coming back to see all the other things, like all these guys are not making it. It's like it's almost a no-brainer. I'm just gonna remove it because I'm not gonna eat it, and I do need a good prime spot for it. And since this is my pot number 1, it's probably perfect to see have a Laverne out here. Those big watermelon-sized dragon fruits, right? It'll be right front and center in front of me. Every time I walk out here, I will see this giant of a fruit. So, yep, I'm gonna remove that. And I've also decided that I probably will remove this Vietnamese white. I had a lot of Vietnamese white plants, so I'm gonna let all these buds come out this year. So after this season, like September or October, I'm just gonna remove this plant, this Vietnamese white, and then I'll plant the new Laverne in springtime. I'm not gonna do it over winter because it's too wet in the rain, and it may damage the new Laverne plant. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna leave my Vietnamese right for now because there's so many flowers and getting ready to go here, right? So that's why. Right, on August 12th, Anthony pollinated 3 Senespinas. Yep, and look at that. All 3 of these guys bloomed on August 12th. 1, 2, and 3. So thank goodness he's here to pollinate them. So like I said, it's kind of early to call if it made it or not. It looks so skinny, so we'll see. The flowers still look pretty fresh, so yeah, definitely next week I'll know a little better. But just so you know, the very first Senespinas turning red. So I can't wait to give that a try. I never had it before. So I'm gonna give it at least maybe 2 weeks for it to fully turn red. Then I'll harvest it. Then I get to try it. Well, look for that video. Final quick tour after my short vacation of my all the dragon fruits I have. So everything's growing. My Cosmic Charlie, Princess of the Night, Vietnamese White. So everything in pot 1 has fruit buds or becoming fruits. And then here, my second pot, my Purple Haze. Look at that. Look at all these buds, right? I'm gonna have so many Purple Haze. If they all make it, that would be crazy this year. Man, I can like give friends and family one to try, right, this year. So last year I only had 1 fruit, and this year, oh yeah, I can't wait to share some of these and impress my friends. I talk about it so much with them. They say, when are you gonna give me a fruit? Well, here we go, we'll see, right? And then I have American Beauty in this pot. And then so finally I think I saw something from Delight start showing up, a little bud. So it's about time. Only 1. I know we're very late in the season, but it is starting to become there's buds coming out. So American Beauty, there's a lot of them here. And then Haley's Comet, I have a lot of fruits over there. And finally I have Dark Star showing up. So Dark Star is kind of late. So while some of my other plants have under the second wave, dirt wave. So it's kind of like I would say this is like the second wave. So this one grows late in the season, in the second wave, my season. Yeah, Dark Star and Purple Haze, everything, they're all growing. I have my so pot number 5, I have Vietnamese White growing, so that's all a-okay, even though I'm not that crazy about Vietnamese White. And finally, my oldest American Beauty starting to refruit again. There was one, my second year of this plant, it gave me so many fruits that it got so skinny. I had to let it recoup for a year, and finally start showing up again. So there's some fruits coming out. And here, my Robles Red last year just did wonders for me. I didn't expect anything, but here you are. See, there they are. There's some few over there. So, hey, Robles Red is, one of my favorites. Yeah, last year was my #1 favorite. This year could be my Purple Haze because there's so many flower buds, right? But then Robles Red, still delivering. And then here we have a lot of Vietnamese White. Yeah, I didn't remove, I let 3 buds grow on the same branch. That's because it's Vietnamese White. I'm not here to grow big Vietnamese White fruits. I just want to experiment and see what happens. See how big they get compared to other ones. So that's why I leave 3 on here, so I can see if it gets too small or still stay the same size. We'll see. So I have some American Beauties on this one. So every single pot. So this year I'm gonna have a lot of fruits. Finally, it's the main full season for me. See, there's some American Beauties here. I don't have any Ecuador Pelora yet because this one was grown from a seed. So this is the 4th year of the seed growing, so it's still not producing fruit yet, and I don't expect the fruit yet, and that's okay. So Ecuador Pelora is still not fruiting yet. And here I have, ooh, look at that, right? This is my American Beauty. This is one of the early one in the season. Actually, here's the note right here, 5/9. That's when the bud kind of showed up in May, and we are in August now, right? So June, July, August. We're almost to 9, so 3 months. See, it takes 3 months to get to this level from a flower bud. Yeah, see, that's the flower bud right there. So yeah, on 5/9, this one the bud just shown. So there's some, American Beauties. Let me walk around and show you another surprise. This is a new plant that I like maybe a year old. The Vietnamese Giant. I got it from my niece. Her mom gave it to her, and they just cut a branch and handed it to me. And so this is a Vietnamese Giant. I am surprised that it's growing. See, this is kind of a new pot that it's planted. So there you go. So that's the last surprise. So everything is growing. Oh, all right, the other surprise, right? This is kind of hitting right here. Look at the size of this guy. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know if the stick will kind of tell you how big that is. But this is a big Vietnamese White. I never got one this big before, I don't think. This is the first one that grew in my pot 5. And now it's turning red. So maybe it looks like I can even harvest it in a week or so. But I like to give it a little bit longer than a week. Probably 2 weeks from now I'll harvest it. Alright, hope you like this video.